Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitabugHandmaids.com, and thank you so much for joining me today. I am excited to announce the only feature for December Club Quitabug will be the Blooms and Wishes stamp set. I am so excited to share this stamp set with you guys. I really love the floral images in this set and the fonts and the sentiments. I think you guys are going to really enjoy this kit. So this month I'm only featuring one stamp set, and that's because December is just a crazy month. There's so much going on, and I'm going to be spending a lot of time with my family and traveling during this month. So this free card kit will only be available from December 1st through December 15th, 2017. But if you participate in this feature of December Club Quitabug, I do have a free gift for everyone. All club members included in their free card kit will receive a full package of our white perfect accents because I appreciate you guys so much. So let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at the projects for this month. All right, so as I mentioned, Blooms and Wishes is the featured stamp set for Club Quitabug in the month of December. So all you have to do to be a Club Quitabug member is place a minimum $35 order in my online Stampin' Up! Store. Make sure that's $35 before shipping and tax, and be sure that you use this hostess code that's right here on the screen. Using that code lets me know that you're participating in this particular feature of Club Quitabug and you want this free card kit. So make sure you use that host code unless your order is $150 or more. Don't use the host code in that case because then you will earn hostess rewards for your order, and I will still send you the free card kit for December. And then just keep in mind that this is the only feature of Club Quitabug for December, and you want to get your order in by December 15th in order to receive this free card kit. So when you receive your kit, as usual, always packaged nicely for you guys, you will have your free package of white perfect accents inside. Yay! So there's that, and then you will have all of the project materials laid out nice and neat for you, plus your free color PDF that has a color picture of the kit, as well as all of the measurements and supplies that I used to create the projects. So this month I decided to keep the projects clean and simple, and I really love how they turned out. So this is the first project in the kit. I absolutely love this card. So pretty, and you guys are gonna love the color combination that I came up with. So pretty. So here's card number 1 for you. Here's card number 2, I Would Be Lost Without You. I love this hand stamped background. These colors are amazing together, so bright and bold, love it. And then you've got some vellum here, this little vellum heart, love how that looks. And then here is card number 3, Best Wishes. Again, a nice little layered background with all of those floral images. I just love how it turned out, so pretty. So here is the color palette that I'm using for this kit: Crushed Curry, Rose Red, Tempting Turquoise, Pear Pizzazz, and Basic Gray. All right, so I'm gonna bring in some scratch paper and my supplies for card number 1. So I'm gonna take this piece of Whisper White cardstock here to get started. So I'm gonna bring in my Rose Red ink pad here. Go ahead and ink up my flower image. Okay, and I'm gonna stamp this right about here and just really give that a good press. And this stamp set is supposed to have sort of a watercolor look to the images, so don't worry if it looks like some images haven't been inked up all the way. That's actually how it's supposed to look. Okay, so there's that. Then I've got my Pear Pizzazz here. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my little leaf images. So I'm gonna ink this little squiggly one here. I'm gonna ink that up full strength, Pear Pizzazz, and let's see. I'm gonna stamp one of these right here. Okay. Then I'll do one full strength there. Then I'm going to take my other little leaf image, stamp off, throw one of those here, do the other one, stamp off. We'll just throw that right there. Now I'm going to come in with my basic gray ink pad, and I'm going to stamp a center for my flower here. Right there, just like that. And then I'll bring in my For You sentiment And I'm just gonna put this right about here. Just like that. Perfect. Okay, so there's our stamped layer. I think that's gorgeous. And now we can assemble the card. So for the card base, I've got a piece of rose red cardstock here. All of the measurements will be on the club PDF. So I'm just folding that, giving it a nice crease. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take my vellum. I want this piece of vellum to just go across the bottom like so. And I'm gonna put my adhesive in the center towards the top of my vellum. Okay, that should be enough. Line this up. Okay, so now I'm just going to add some dimensionals to the back of this layer. There we go. And we'll just center this up on the front of the card. Right about there. Now I'm going to take my package of White Perfect accents out, and we're just going to add a few of these to the card. So I think I want one of these little medium ones right in the center, and then I'll do 2 of the smaller ones. One there and one there, I think. All right, so that finishes up the card. I love how it turned out. And then I went ahead and also stamped my envelope. So envelopes come in your kit, so I went ahead and also stamped a coordinating envelope. All right, so now I'm gonna bring in some scratch paper again and my supplies for card number 2. So we're gonna start by creating our own hand stamped background using the images from the stamp set. I'm gonna bring in Tempting Turquoise, such a beautiful blue, and the same flower that we stamped on card number 1. We're gonna stamp this image 3 times. So let's see. And you can stamp it wherever you want. There's no right or wrong way to make your own background. Okay, there we go. Now I've got my crushed curry. I'm going to bring in the next floral image. And again, I'm going to stamp this 3 times. So I think I want one right about here. Do one down here and one more right here. Okay, so now I've got my rose red again, and I'm gonna fill in a few spots with this little image. Just do a few. Let's see. And it's okay if your images overlap. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, I think that is all I'm gonna do of that. And now I've got my pear pizzazz, and I'm gonna throw in a few of these little spriggy leaf images. Just throw a few in, full strength. Fill in any gaps that may be left. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. One there. And I think I want one more of these if I can. Just like that. Okay, and there you have it. We made our own background. I love how that turned out. So pretty. All right, and then for the sentiment, there is a piece of Whisper White in the kit. So I'm gonna stamp my sentiment on there using my basic gray. So this is the I Would Be Lost Without You. And I wanna stamp this sort of off to the right. Right about there should be good. Perfect. All right, so now I've just got my banner triple punch here, and I'm just gonna center this up and banner that end how I want it. Let's see, is that how I want it? Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. So I'm gonna take the vellum heart that comes in the kit, and I wanna put this off towards the right of this layer. So I think right about there looks good, and I'll just flip this over and just add a little bit of adhesive sort of midway down. We're gonna cover that up with the sentiment here. You won't be able to see that adhesive, so I'll put that down right about there. Add a little fast fuse to the back of my sentiment, and this is gonna hang over the edge a little bit, and I'm just gonna snip off that overhang because I wanted to line it up exactly right and not cut too much off beforehand. So let's see, right about here. I think that looks good. Yep, I'll do it right there. And then trim off the excess. Okay, just like that, love it. So now I'm just gonna flip this over and add a little bit of fast fuse to the back. And in your kit, you've got some Whisper White baker's twine. Just double that over and snip it in half. So we're going to wrap one half around just beneath that sentiment, right about there. Okay, flip that, put it there. So just like that. Now I'm gonna take my Tempting Turquoise card base and give this card a nice crease. There we go. Okay, I added some dimensionals to the back of this layer, and I'm just gonna center this up, put it on the front of the card base, so right about there, give that a press. I love this card. Now take the rest of your baker's twine, and you just want to pull that underneath the piece that we already adhered down, and we're just going to go ahead and make our bow from here on our baker's twine. This is the easiest way that I found to make bows using baker's twine. I prefer to do it this way. Just cut it into 2 pieces and add it on. And then I'll just trim up these ends a little bit. There we go. And now I'll just bring in my white perfect accents. I'm just gonna add a few of these. Let's see, I think I'll do a large one in the center of this flower, right there. And then I'll do a couple of small ones. One small one there, and then another small one here. All right, and then that finishes up this card. Love, love, love everything about this card. And I went ahead and made a matching envelope as well to go along with this card. All right, so I'm gonna bring in some scratch paper and my supplies for card number 3, our last and final card. So I've got a piece of Whisper White here. We're gonna start creating our background. I'm bringing in my crushed curry, and I'm using the last of the large flowers in the stamp set. So I'm going to ink this image up, and then I want to stamp it off and put it sort of, well, not sort of, I'm going to put it in the center towards the top, right about there. Now I'm going to bring in this little guy, ink that up full strength, crushed curry, and put that in the center, just like that. So now I've got my rose red, and I'm going to bring in this little flower image, ink that up, and I want to stamp it off. And I'm going to overlap it a little bit with this first large flower, right about there. Ink it up again, stamp it off, and I guess I'll throw that right there. Ink it up again, and this time I'm going to stamp it full strength and overlap just a little bit, right about there. So now you've also got another little scrap piece of Whisper White. Ink that image up and stamp it full strength. Ink it up again, stamp it off, and stamp it on your scrap. So these two flowers, you'll need to hand cut these out. We're gonna layer them on top of the card. So hand cut those out. Now I've got my Tempting Turquoise here. I'm just gonna add a few pops of this beautiful blue. Love this Tempting Turquoise. Put this image there. Do one right here. And then we'll do one right about there. Okay. All right, so then I've got my Pear Pizzazz, and we're gonna throw in some of our little leaf sprigs in here. So I'm gonna do a few of these full strength. So let me do, I'll do it right about here. And then one right about there. See if I can squeeze one right there. Then these images I'm going to stamp off just like we did on the other two cards and add a few of those. I think I'll do this one here. Whoop. Get out. Stamp it off. Throw that right here. And then, yep, stamp it off. I'll do this one right about here. There we go. All right, so now we've got our floral layer done. I'm gonna bring in that Best Wishes sentiment, ink that up in basic gray, and we'll just stamp that in the center towards the bottom. Right about there should be good. Beautiful font. Okay, and then I'm just going to use glue dots to layer these flowers on. So I'm just gonna put, whoops, you wanna just lay them right on top. So there's just a little shadow behind. And this one's gonna go right here. There we go. Now I'm just gonna flip this over, and you've got a little half piece of one of our doilies. Just want a little bit of that peeking out from behind this layer. Right about there looks good. And then add some dimensionals to the back of this. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and fold over my card base. This is a piece of crushed curry cardstock. Fold that over. And I've got my dimensionals on the back of this layer, and I'll go ahead and add this in the center, but off to the left. And that's gonna give this doily some space as well. There we go. Just like so. Now I'm gonna add some of my perfect accents. So I think I'll do a medium here in the center, and then two small ones on my lifted flowers. Okay, there we go. And then just kind of raise those up a little bit. Glue dots have a little bit of dimension to them as well, so you can just kind of flip these up a little bit so that you've got a little bit of dimension happening there. Love it. Okay, and then that finishes up this card. Love how it turned out, and then I've got my coordinating envelope to go along with it. Love it. All right, so that finishes up the 3 projects in the Blooms and Wishes free card kit. I hope that you guys enjoyed this kit. And remember, there is a free gift included, a full package of white perfect accents for anyone who participates in this Club Quitabug feature this month. And remember, all you have to do to get your free card kit in the mail from me is place a minimum $35 order in my online Stampin' Up! Store. Make sure that's $35 before shipping and tax, and be sure to use the hostess code that I've got right here on the screen. That code tells me that you're wanting to receive this free card kit in the mail from me. So this kit is only available until December the 15th, and all kits will be shipped on December 16th for orders placed between the 1st and the 15th of the month. So thank you guys again for joining me today, and I will be back very soon with another tutorial. Bye now.